Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest created a prison-tested neuroscience-backed method to calm rage in seconds that can be used to resolve conflict in everyday situations. We welcome professional high-conflict mediator and author of De-Escalate, How to Calm an Angry Person in 90 Seconds or Less, Doug Noll. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Tana. Great to be here.
You've experienced your fair share of conflict, it sounds like. You've been a trial lawyer, you got your master's in peacemaking and conflict management, and then you developed a prison program. You've seen it all.
Well, it has been an interesting journey, that's for sure. Trial lawyer to mediator to peacemaker to now teaching people how to never have a fight or argument again in their lives. And yes, I did walk through prisons for 10 years.
Tell me about the prison program and how that worked. It seems like it was a pretty eye-opening experience for you as well.
It was. It started in 2010 with my colleague Laurel Coffer. We walked into at that time, the largest, most violent women's prison in the world. We were asked by the life inmates to train them how to be peacemakers and mediators to stop prison violence. And we started with 15 women, and today we're international. It obviously was a success, and we learned a lot along the way. The principal skill that we taught them was how to listen to emotions rather than to words. Because when you name emotions, you calm the brain. And that's where the neuroscience comes in. Absolutely phenomenal transformations in every prison we ever walked into.
Do people surprise themselves even when they're able to tap into those skills of emotional intelligence that maybe they just weren't aware of before?
That's right. What I learned was that even the most violent people hate violence. And the only reason they're violent is because it's the only conflict resolution method they've ever learned or been exposed to. When you teach them how to de-escalate people, how to calm other brains, how to engage in nervous system leadership, they flock to it like ducks to water and become these really powerful peacemakers and mediators, stopping prison riots and rapes and murder, not to mention, knife fights and arguments and all that stuff. I mean, they do amazing work every day in really dark environments.
Right.
It's incredible.
That's really powerful stuff, and there are lessons, we can all take away into all kinds of environments. Can you walk us through some of those cornerstones of de-escalation?
It's really simple. Counterintuitive, but simple. 2 words. You feel. So, Hannah, I want you to just think of the last time that you were in a difficult conversation.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So, Hannah, you were a little pissed off and frustrated and angry. You felt disrespected. You felt unheard, unappreciated, and unsupported. And you were worried and upset and sad and didn't feel any connection. And it was a really difficult situation.
You got it. How'd you do that?
Well, let me ask you, how did that feel?
I feel seen and heard. I feel like you nailed it. That's amazing.
That is amazing, isn't it? So it does seem magical until you learn that it's not magic at all. It's neuroscience. We all experience the same emotions. And what we know is that when you name somebody else's emotions the way I just named yours, the emotional centers of your brain calm down immediately, and your prefrontal cortex comes back online, and you feel this sense of relief. Wow, he really heard me. And this is true for every single human being on the planet, which is why this works. So if you're a parent and you've got a 2-year-old having a tantrum, you just say, you're really angry, you're mad, you're upset. And keep at it, and in a couple of minutes, that child is going to be completely calmed down.
I feel like it's a great thing to put into practice, and then you also want people to reciprocate it to you, right? Can you teach people in the moment to kind of dance with you in this way?
You can. It takes a little bit more courage, but for example, if you're in a relationship and you know how to listen to your partner, but you need to be listened to, then you simply give instruction. I just want you to say this: you feel. Can you do that for me? Okay, I'll do that for you. Fine. Tell me. Just say you feel angry. Say that. Oh, you feel angry. Say you feel disrespected. You feel disrespected. Yeah. And you just coach them on how to do it, and then within a minute or two, they'll just start doing it.
And I feel like how you said, too, talking to like a toddler, having some big feelings, if you can teach kids those skills so early, they can be great stewards of that and help other people solve their conflicts, too.
That's right. Well, what's really amazing is you do this to children, and the research is profound. You can start this with children at 3 or 4 years old. By the time they're 8th grade, they're academically way ahead of their peers. If you just simply listen to their emotions and reflect their emotions, because what you're doing is helping their brains grow properly. What many people do is they invalidate. So instead of saying you're hurt or you're upset, they'll say, stop crying. It doesn't hurt. Yeah, you skinned your knee, but so what? Be a big girl. Put your big girl panties on. You don't need to cry. That's what most of us hear. That destroys the brain. If you say instead, you're already upset, you hurt, and you're a little embarrassed that you fell, and you're kind of mad at yourself, that's what grows the brain. It's the difference. It's simple little change like that.
Exactly. Not easy, but simple, and we can get started, and you've given us some great tips to get going with. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
You're welcome, Hannah.
Okay, we will have more about the book again. There it is, De-Escalate, on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.